Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today for May 3rd, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including Amazon launching a free live TV streaming service, cord cutting causing a major strike in Hollywood, YouTube TV is making some changes to its library, and a whole lot more we'll be covering in this video. Now, if you want to learn anything more about these stories I'm going to talk about in this video, check out the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself down below. And if you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families. We would really appreciate it. So with that said, hopefully we can help you break free from high cost of cable TV, still watch the shows you enjoy. Let's dive into this. Amazon had a ton of news this week about its free streaming services. They announced that they're going to be adding over 100 original Amazon programs from their Amazon Prime Video account to Amazon's Freevee, its free ad-supported streaming services. Mostly older programs that have been on Amazon Prime Video for a while are now going to be free with ads there. But Amazon also announced that they're going to be adding 400 live channels to Fire TV devices. This new service will be called Fire TV Channels. It will be replacing the free section inside Amazon's Fire TV's home menu, and they're going to be adding a ton of content starting now, but this summer it'll be rebranded to Amazon Fire TV Channels. It will take on the Roku channel, Pluto TV, Tubi, etc. by really going after the free live market. Now, Amazon already has a huge collection of free content, both live and on demand, but they're going to really focus heavily on live content. They say content will be regularly added and new content will be added every day throughout the day in the new Fire TV channels. Now, they didn't give an exact date when this new Fire TV channels feature on the Fire TV will launch, but it will include at launch 400 titles. Some of these titles are already live on the Fire TV. There's a little free tab up at the top. If you click on that, this week you will notice ABC News, CBS Sports HQ, Fox Sports, Major League Baseball, and NBC News Now, to name a few, including Martha Stewart Living, all now streaming for free on the Fire TV, with more on the way leading up to the big launch when they'll have 400 services. Free ad-supported streaming is a hot market, as increasingly there's so many services, many cord cutters have been turning to these free ad services. It's one of the fastest growing areas in cord cutting. Google launched a partnership like this that brought like Tubi and a whole bunch of other services together to give them 800 channels. Now Amazon says we're going to do 400 of our own with this. We'll see how this plays out. But keep an eye on free ad-supported services. If you haven't tried them, you know I'm a big fan of them. I regularly promote them. They're a lot better than they used to be. A few years ago, the content was limited. The ads weren't that great. They've improved all that. I would definitely recommend give it a try. Yes, it has ads, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Check it out. So we'll keep an eye. When this launches, we'll have full coverage and a full review of Amazon's new Fire TV channel service, which will be available, it looks like exclusively on the Fire TV. At least that's how they're talking about it now. And will include all this live content. All right, let's keep moving. We talked yesterday about the fact that there could be a strike with the Hollywood Writers Guild of America, mostly because of cord cutting and AI script generation. Well, that strike has become a reality. Hopefully it didn't get resolved between when I'm recording this and posting this. I doubt it will, to be honest with you. But the deadline came and went. The Writers Guild of America is unhappy still because they say writers are getting paid less than half of what they would on broadcast television for streaming services. Some of their complaints have to do with the fact that, hey, streaming services seasons are shorter. 8 to 10 episodes instead of 20 or more episodes for a broadcast television show. Plus, they also have issues with the fact that breaks are longer, right? The gap between seasons and streaming can be significantly longer than on broadcast television, meaning writers are often out of job waiting for that. They also don't want writers being asked to do AI scripts. They don't want a service to write a script with an AI service. Say, here, writer, just clean this up a little bit. We'll give you $1,000 or something. That's what they don't want. So they're asking that be barred from happening under the contract. We'll see how this all plays out. I do understand it. There's a flip coin here. There's always two sides to every argument. Yes, writers are getting a lot less for streaming, but the seasons are shorter. They're not writing as many episodes. But is it fair to pay them less than half of what they would on broadcast television? That's the big question here. And I can understand why writers are understandably trying to put safeguards in place to protect their jobs from AI. We'll have to wait and see. Last time there was a strike, it was like 16 years ago in 2007. It lasted 100 days and it delayed the start of some fall television shows. With this happening, production on new shows is coming to a halt because they can't do rewrites, they can't do script writing on it. Late night television is already shutting down in many areas because they rely on script writers to write the jokes that happen every single night. And for now, though, I think there's still a back catalog of new content that's far enough down the line where they don't need writers. They're maybe in post-production, for example, and can finish that up and get it out. If this drags on, though, you may start seeing programs that were announced to come out delayed because of the writer's strike. I hope it doesn't go too long because I'm very excited for the new King of the Hill show, but I do understand why this is happening. It'll be interesting to see how this comes together. Apparently, according to the word, the Writer Guild of America and streaming services are very far apart on what they're interested and willing to do right now. So who's going to come to the middle? Hopefully both sides will meet in the middle somewhere. We'll see. It's going to take both sides to probably resolve this issue. Neither side, I think, is going to be able to get everything they want out of this. We'll keep a close eye on this. As we learn more, we'll let you know. All right, YouTube TV is rolling out a new DVR library user interface, and they're making changes to the referral friend program. YouTube TV has been slowly making changes to the UI. They've already announced many big ones coming out later this summer, but they've been doing a little bit of beta testing on a new user interface for the DVR. Now, people love the DVR. 9 months, unlimited DVR. You can record as many programs at once as you want, but it's always been a little confusing to figure out, which show's new, which one's been already watched, and more. They try to make that a little clear with some different markings, some different labels. A lot of people seem to not like it. Several posts on Reddit have been very clear that they're very negative on all this. So we'll have to keep a close eye on this. But I want to know, I have not got the new DVR interface. Have you? Do you like it? Leave me a comment, let me know. What's the pros and cons of it? But if you're using YouTube TV this week and you suddenly turn on and see a new user interface, you're not alone. This has been in beta testing. It seems like a handful of users are testing it. YouTube TV is well known for that, where they just grab a handful of different users, randomly test it, and see what the feedback is on it. But the main goal they seem to be doing is trying to differentiate on the tiles, letting you know this has got new content, this is completely caught up, and more with it. So we'll wait and see what happens. All right, one of the biggest owners of local channels, Tinga, I hope I say that right, Tingna? Oh, Tegna. I probably butchered that. I apologize. Has been in a deal to sell to a regional investment firm, but it looks like that deal may be dead. It's been facing very fierce fights from the FCC and other objections from other people to block the sale. Now the judge has decided to put the whole deal on hold because at May 17th, the financing deadline comes and goes. And the judge believes that this deal may be dead, so he's going to stop the proceedings moving forward at this time. This could be huge. They were really hoping to sell this company. Cord cutting is making locals very valuable right now. Maybe they're trying to sell a peak. We'll see how this all plays out in the years to come as locals have to deal with the ever-changing market that's caused by cord cutting. But if your local network is owned by this company, for now, ownership's not changing. It'll be interesting to see if they try to extend this deal, strike a new deal, refinance it, or change the terms to it. We're going to have full coverage over there. But for now, it seems like the FCC and other people who have fought hard to delay this sale have delayed it long enough that the contract's running out and locals won't be selling with it. All right, we had a very rapid blackout recently. Now, I always find people are like, oh, YouTube TV dropped MLB Network. That only happens with streaming. Let's go back to cable. Well, blackouts happen on cable too. This week, Comcast dropped the NFL Network and NFL RedZone from its library of available channels as they were in a contract fight with NFL. Just under 24 hours later, we'll say, they struck a deal to bring it back, at least for now, in principle. It seems that this chairman of Comcast and the NFL commissioner got on a phone and worked out some type of deal to make this happen. But Comcast also dropped. This is kind of shocking. It used to be sports networks could write their own check. They were sports. People paid live TV services for sports. Increasingly, networks are trying to get more money from TV providers, both streaming and traditional cable providers, and that turns into driving up costs. Now Comcast and others are saying, hey, if you drive up our costs, more people go on cord cut, you're going to get less. It's going to be a battle. I think it's going to turn into more and more blackouts, both for streaming and for cable. Keep a close eye on this. It is rather shocking that Comcast did allow the NFL Network, even if it was just for 24 hours, to go dark. That was a huge huge move there. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out in the long run, but expect more blackouts to become a reality. All right, deal of the day. Amazon Fire Kids tablets are up to 53% off. If you are like me and you don't like giving your phone to your kids because they crack the screen, scratch the screen, or just get it all gunky and dirty, maybe it's time to pick up a Fire tablet for your kids. Up to 53% off. Link in the show notes down below. And last story of the day, Sling TV's Air TV devices for a while were not available for sale. They are once again available for sale over on Sling TV's Air TV website and on Amazon. If you want to be able to buy these, good news, you can get them, you can set them up again. In March, they stopped selling them because they were having some computer problems. You're probably familiar with all that happened. But once again, if you want to be able to buy an Air TV from Sling, they're a great device. They'll connect your antenna and they will stream your antenna directly into the Sling TV user interface, giving you locals right next to your cable channels on Sling TV a lot cheaper than other streaming services. They're once again for sale from Sling TV. Well, that's it for today. I hope you had a fantastic day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. We'll be back again real soon. Take care, everybody.